Good morning, everybody. We continue with the Chofetz Chaim, the Hebrew version, the second, the positive commandments. Page Mem is 40, and we in the middle of the halacha. Yesterday we stopped in halacha Gimel that sometime if you speak about a person, you're passing. Also, if you don't judge him fervently, you're passing on the halacha that it's called on the commandment from the Torah, positive commandment from the Torah called Betzedek tishpot amitecha. You should judge your friend with judgment. But then we learned that the spirit of the Torah is to always to try to give a merit. This is the din in the Torah. There is a rule in the Torah. Try to give merit as much as you can, and try to look for merit. So if there is a chance to judge somebody, even if he's an average person, an average Jewish person, because we're dealing with Jewish people right now, with the laws applied to Jewish. Not because you're not supposed to be good to others. Of course you're supposed to be good to others, to other nations. There's also excluding from the rule. The Tamid Yishetzeh Me'aklal always. But generally, you're supposed to judge fervently. So if you talk to a friend, if you judge a friend action or speak, and there's a leniency to go toward to give him a merit, to judge him fervently, and you judge him negatively, you pass on the lav mideoraita, one of the 613 mitzvahs, which is called Betzedek tishpot amitecha. You should judge your friend, your fellow Jew, your friend, favorably. And it's in the book of Vayikra, Perek Yutet, Pasuk Tetvav. So then we wrapped it up, and we said that if you don't, we summed it up, and if you don't judge your friend favorably, you're passing on this mitzvah. It was my mistake, and we are actually in halacha daled. We started halacha daled. We started the fourth halacha, and the fourth halacha says we'll do it because we have only about 18-20 minutes. We'll do it today. We'll do just this halacha. Be'ezrat Hashem naseh v'natzliach, ve'Hashem alenu be'achama v'yarviach. I heard the Rav Amnon Yitzchak, שיבדל לחיים ארוכים, great Rav. If somebody wants to search him, Amnon Yitzchak, it's a very great rabbi. He speaks very nice, a very unique method. Speaks harsh and soft. He knows how to mekarev the nefashos. A very great rabbi. If somebody wants to listen to him. Also to remind everybody that we have a website. It's called www.torah, T-O-R-A, the digit 4, and then you.com, www.torah4u.com, and in that website we have all of our lessons, 105 lessons, including today, but right now we have only half of them posted, the top 50, and we're going to post, Be'ezrat Hashem, God willing, Beli Neder, without a promise, without a vow. We're going to post very soon, like another week or two, we're going to post the other 50 lessons that are 1 to 50, and they're very, very strong lessons over there, especially that I like favorably is to do everything that your son will be a Ben Torah, your son will be a servant, a son of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. These lessons are very good, especially in today's generation, when we put attention in ourselves, and we don't see, and we don't hug enough, and we don't give enough attention to our kids, and they are the future, to develop them to be lovers of Torah, supporters of Torah, and people who teach Torah and embrace with the Torah in any vein in their body. So we'll continue. So www.torah4u.com. Over there you go to Chofetz Chaim and you see our lessons. So we'll continue. So the Be'ezrat Hashem naseh v'natzliach ve'Hashem alenu be'achama v'yarviach. With the help of Hashem we will do and succeed, and Hashem with His mercy will gain with us. That's what it says in English. Chofetz Chaim says the following: ועל ידי סיפורו על לשון הרע או הרכילות השפיל את חברו או שאיבד מחייתו על ידי זה. And if by speaking לשון הרע he speaks something negative about the friend, or רכילות, or gossiping, which is something negative that also creates separation between his friend and the people he's telling the story. It could be it could be that he's telling Yaakov about Moshe. It's negative, it's lashon hara, but also it creates that story creates an hatred or separation between them, or anger between them, because that story, it reveals something about Moshe that he did to Yaakov, or he said about Yaakov, or he judged about Yaakov, or he didn't invite Yaakov. It could be that you're saying something positive about Moshe, but will create a jealousy and a distance and and will make them kind of enemies, don't remote from each other. That's רכילות. If he did one of these two, או הרכילות, will continue. ואם על ידי הסיפור על לשון הרע או רכילות, השפיל את חברו, he put his friend honor down, ועד שאיבד מחייתו על ידי זה, until he lost. So this now that Chofetz Chaim focuses and says something. If you spoke לשון הרע, או רכילות, that put down, השפיל is put down, כן? It's like he says, שפל רוח, a person who have a down spirit, is not up, he's not here just to make himself the best, he's not full of ego, his spirit is down, and he wants to, is low, like in Hebrew, shefel, how you call the opposite when the ocean is down? You know, you have when the ocean, the river, sometimes it's up and down.
Tide and...
So the tide is when it's up or it's down? Okay, so one of them, shefel is when the water is down. I think it's tide. Okay, so when a person put his friend honor down, עד שאיבד מחייתו על ידי זה, until he lost his living by this. Meaning you're speaking about his friend so much negative that you're causing people not to want to work with him. He doesn't sell good product in the store, his shoes are not so good. Look, I buy the shoe after 2 months, I have a tear in my shoe. Stuff like that you're actually making him hurt his business, or you're saying such a big lashon hara about him, people don't feel like working with him. Like let's say if there's 4 grocery stores in the neighborhood, and somebody speaks such a lashon hara, such a gossip about another person, I will go to another store. I'm not even going to notice. I heard such a negative thing. Why I have to choose this store or this store or this store? I'm going to go to the other store. So you're causing him a loss on his livelihood, on his business. Chofetz Chaim brings an example. כגון, מפני רוע לבבו, because of your wicked heart, you advertised, פרסם על חברו שאינו איש מהימן, because of your wicked heart. Yes, all of us do this sometimes. You, me, her. Because of our wicked hearts, that we advertise our friend, שאינו איש מהימן, that is not a loyal person, is not a trustworthy person, or אם הוא בעל מלאכה, or if he has some kind of a business, or is a professional trade, plumber, electrician, roofer, painter, engineer, doctor, dentist, lawyer, gardener, whatever you can think about, הוא פרסם עליו שאינו ראוי למלאכה זו, למלאכה היא, and you advertise about him that is not so professional in his business. You say, I had somebody make me an agreement for the I don't know, for the inheritance, or for agreement between me and my friend, and that lawyer, I don't know, Moshe didn't, the contract took too much time, and he was not so professional. I didn't feel so comfortable about him. You're saying this, you think you're innocent, you think because it hurts you, you're allowed to say. Today we are a generation of babies. Whatever hurts us, we can say, right? Whatever hurts us, we cry. We cry about this, we cry about that. We're going to go to this, Bezrat Hashem. There's a shiur that is called, he's got a abbreviation, Chofetz Chaim call it, I hope I will remember, it's called Kol Gehenom. Chaf Lamed Gimel Ei Nun Mem. These are the 7 traits that cause people to speak Lashon Hara. One of them is the person who the complainer, is the Nirganut. Nirganut, Nun is one of the words in that abbreviation that you remember. Nirganut, all the time. This lawyer hurt me, he didn't do the job correctly, this plumber didn't do my job right, he didn't clean the sewer line correctly, the gardener didn't cut the tree correctly, my wife, the food is too salty, my kid didn't stand up when I came to home, your parents-in-law didn't give me didn't tell me happy holiday, I told them, they didn't tell me, all the time complaining. When a person gets used to be like a complainer, he will always speak Lashon Hara, because by the nature of complaining, he's speaking Lashon Hara, and not judging people favorably. So we have to stop being complainers, stop being babies. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you nothing. You should say thank you that you're alive. You should say thank you that you're breathing. You know, there's a Rav called Shalom Arush. I want to show something. There's a Rav called Shalom Arush, and he sings in Hebrew, He's a Hasidut Breslev, and he sings in Hebrew like this. You should know. He sings in Hebrew, לא מגיע לי כלום, לא מגיע לי כלום, לא מגיע לי, לא מגיע לי, לא מגיע לי כלום. תודה רבה לך השם יתברך על כל מה שנתת לי. תודה רבה לך השם יתברך על כל מה שנתת לי. And in English is, I don't deserve anything, I don't deserve anything. Thank you Hashem for everything you given me. I don't deserve anything, I don't deserve anything. Thank you Hashem for even letting me breathe. Nobody owes you nothing, stop complaining. You should say thank you that somebody even knows who you are. You should say thank you that you have a wife in the home. And if you're a woman, you should say thank you that you have a husband in the home. Nobody owes you nothing. There's a lot of women who are not married. There's a lot of men who are not married. People have no children. She said, thank you that you have a place to put a pillow, to put your body and sleep. You should think, thank you that you have a cup of water to drink and a piece of bread. Many people, we also posting these lessons in other people in other countries. Some people send us a message, just say, thank you for posting this. Hopefully you continue. There's a Jewish people all over the world, people who go with the Jewish faith. Some people have no food. Some people have nothing to put the people in the food in the people in the table, and they're so happy. You go to third class countries, and people, whatever it means, and people are smiling. You see their faces. Their faces. They're smiley people, good, warm people. You go to people who have everything. They're so wealthy, and they barely smile because they don't understand that you don't deserve anything. You should say thank you that you're breathing. If a person thinks like this, he's going to stop complaining. Complaining leads to לשון הרע. Chofetz Chaim says, אם הוא בעל מלאכה או פרסם עליו שלא ראוי למלאכה זו ההיא, if he's a professional and you advertise about him, that is not professional enough because you're a complainer. You're a baby. Like a baby complain, Mommy, I want chocolate. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. He's a children. You left your parents, or he or she, and you're still a complainer. You got married when you're young. Your husband picked you up from your parents' home, and you think still that you're a baby. You got married when you're 20, and you think everybody owes you everything. Maybe you could be a good Torahic person, but everybody owes you, and you complain about everything because you never really felt the hardship of life. That hopefully you shouldn't. That some people have no piece of bread. Some people have to go 10 miles, walking 10 miles to buy something in the grocery. In countries there's no cars, and when the heat is so hot, and they have to work 3 hours, 2 hours to get a bucket of water and bring it back. We don't know where we live. We don't appreciate. If we appreciate, we stop complaining. If we appreciate, it's a lack of emunah. Why? Because Rabotai, our listeners, because when you complain, it means you don't agree with Hashem brought you. Because if a person is a man of faith, he knows that everything that brought to him, everything that all the reality that is poured upon him is coming from Hashem, and Hashem signs it. Hashem is the commander. There's no reality that comes in your life that Hashem did not approve anything, the good and the less good. So the pure and the less pure, the good news or the less bad good, everything is from Hashem. When somebody praises, it's from Hashem. When people put you down, it's from Hashem. Besides, we say that when people put you down, it's an atonement for sins. We see that Miriam had to get leprosy in order to get atonement for the Lashon Hara. Moshe Rabbeinu had to spit on her face. One of the atonements was that he had to spit on the face to get rid of the Lashon Hara. You see from here that you don't deserve nothing, and stop complaining. Because the complaining will lead you to speak Lashon Hara, and the Chofetz Chaim is screaming about this. we'll continue. וכל היוצא בעם עובר גם על כן על מצוות עשה. And everything that coming from this kind of behavior, speaking about somebody's profession, somebody's name, somebody's trustworthiness, anything in that nature, that's כל כיוצא בזה. עובר גם כן על מצוות עשה. He also passes on another mitzvah. It's a positive commandment from the Torah, and that mitzvah is what? Is שנאמר in the book of Vayikra, chapter כ"ה, verse pasuk ל"ה, that says the following: גר ותושב וחי עמך. It's a ger is a person who living with amongst you. גרים הייתם. We've been gerim in Mitzrayim, in Egypt, because we've been gerim. Even though we've been slaves, they fed us, they gave us food, they gave us a place to sleep, they gave us water, they gave us to raise children in the years before they started the issues. We should remember that. So Hashem says, remember that you've been slaves in Egypt for 210 years. Remember that they fed you. Remember that they gave you a place to live. With the starvation, they saved you. Don't forget that. Even to the person who are not your best friend, you're not supposed to forgive the good deed that he did for you. So to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to your fellow friends, to the people who love you, that once in a while, if they make a mistake, you're going to be cruel with them and speak about them. Excuse me. It says, Ger v'toshav achayimach, a person who live with you, and his toshav is living amongst you, v'chayimach, he should live with you. Make him live. Don't kill his livelihood by speaking about his profession, speaking about his trustworthy, and advertise negative things because you're killing him. Because the name of a person is everything. If you kill the name of a person, you basically killed him. You hurt his livelihood. V'ne'emar also, and Chofetz Chaim says, also it says over there in the book of Vayikra, in the Holy Torah, in the Torah Kedosha, in the same chapter Chafei, in the next verse, in Pasuk Lamedvav, V'chei achicha imach. You should remember, you should let everybody, all the nations who live amongst you. Sometimes we have Philippines, let's say, come to live in Israel. They take care of the elderly people. They're very strong with this. You go to Israel, there's many Philippine people, a good nation. They like to help, and they come over there and they help the elderly people. Remember, they live amongst you. You need to treat them nice. You need to make sure that they feel comfortable, because you guys been slaves in Egypt, and the Egyptians took care of you. Of course, when you have a nation living among you, helping your culture, doesn't matter they make money. They could have chosen another country, because there's a lack of people to take care of elderly people. We should appreciate this. And then it says the next pasuk, V'chei achicha imach. Your brother is a fellow Jew. Also V'chei achicha imach, meaning your brother Jew needs to live. Meaning, what is live? Have a good name. You can't hurt the good name of your brother or anybody else. But now we're talking about, you see that it specifically says here, V'toshav achai imach. Anybody who live among you should live with you. Also, there's a pasuk, the next pasuk, V'chei achicha imach. Over here we're talking about the fellow Jews, and your fellow Jew should live, meaning don't hurt his name, don't hurt his reputation. When you do that, you're passing on these two loves. Because first of all, he's your brother, and also he's a toshav. So you're passing on two loves, you see? Because he's a toshav, he's living among you, is one love. Because he's your brother, there's another pasuk. You're passing on both of them. Both of them, yeah? שנצטווינו בזה להחזיק ביד ישראל, that we are commanded with this, to support in the end of Israel, שמח וליתן לו מתנה או הלוואה, או לעשות עמו שותפות או להמציא לו מלאכה, כדי שיתחזק בזה ולא ייפול ויצטרך לבריות, ועל אחת כמה וכמה מצווה עמנו שלא לגרום לו שיאבד מחייתו. says Chofetz Chaim. What is v'chei achicha imach? What is the pasuk that commands us, and we're almost done? What is the pasuk that commands us that we must, make sure that our brother is living amongst us, that he's living, he's got livelihood? שנצטווינו, that we are commanded by the Holy Torah, by the Torah הקדושה, להחזיק ביד ישראל שמח וליתן לו מתנה הלוואה, that we must support anybody from Israel that is down, either spiritually or in this case, physically he's got hardship in life. Give him a gift or give him a loan, or לעשות עמו שותפות. You see, there's few levels of tzedakah. The lowest level of tzedakah is to give him a gift. Here, Yankele, I give you $200 to help you to pass this hard time. It's okay, but it's the lowest part. Why? Because we're embarrassing him. The next level is to tell him, I'm giving you $200 loan. It's okay, I trust you. You're such a good people. You're such a good person. I know you're going to be able to make it up, and you're going to work and stand up and give it back to me. Take the loan, $200 loan. You're giving him hope, and you don't take his honor that much. It's only a loan. Or the next level of mitzvah is, or לעשות עמו שותפות. Invent a partnership with him. Tell him, Moshe, I need somebody to help me regularly to wash my workers' cars. Can you do me a favor every Friday? I have 5 workers in the office, the managers. Can you please come and wash their cars every Friday? And you tell the manager, guys, I'm giving one of my guys, to help him a little bit to wash the 5 cars every Friday. Tell Moshe, my workers don't need somebody to wash the car. They have nobody to do it. Can you please help me? You charge them $20 a car. That's $80 a week. and you'll give me like $10 for my efforts. You make him feel like you're his partner. Then you gave him a good feeling, you gave him hope, you lifted him, and you created him a job. Of course, it could be other more respectable partnership, but I'm just giving an example how small can be a partnership. And then there's another higher level, להמציא לו מלאכה, to invent him a job. Moshe, I have this, I'm working in a law office, and I'm cleaning them. They need somebody also to clean the windows, and they're willing to pay such and such every month. Let me connect you with the boss, talk to him, and he's going to probably give you the job. You invented him a job, you give him livelihood. The job give a person a freedom, give him a person feel like he's productive. So that was the highest level. To invent somebody a job is the highest form of tzedakah. כדי שיתחזק בזה ולא ייפול ויצטרך לבריות. Why? So he's going to be lifted by creating him a job, and he's not going to need to the briot, not going to need to ask donation. It's very insulting to ask donation. I saw in a book, and we're almost done, why it's allowed for Rabbanim to pass from town to town. Talmidei Chachamim will do it for their own will, to support their own family, not for, let's say, not for the shuls, not for congregation. Why? Why is it allowed for Talmid Chacham to go around the world and to ask money so he can support himself, going 2 weeks before the holidays? Let's say collecting enough money for the whole year. So I don't remember where, I apologize. It says, because if that's the only choice that you have to do, to ask for donations from the public, to support your Torah, so you're going to remain in Torah, it's worth it. It's worth it to have humiliation 2 weeks per year, and the rest of the year to give to Hashem and to learn Torah and to preserve the Torah in Israel. The humiliation that you have to collecting the money for yourself, to support yourself, if you're really a true Ben Torah, a tzurba de Rabbanan, a fire of the Torah, and you need to be supported by the tzibur, by the public, it's worth it for the tzibur, it's worth it for you to have the embarrassment to be able to preserve the Torah. So על אחת כמה וכמה will continue, then צווים אנו שלא לגרום לו שיאבד מחייתו. So the more so Chofetz Chaim wraps up, if we're supposed to lift up a Jew, if we're supposed to do וחי אחיך עמך, that your brother live with you, the more so, of course that we're supposed not to speak negative about another Jew. Of course that we're supposed to not to hurt the reputation of another person's professional level for no reason, unless there's a particular cases, and for that you have to ask a Talmid Chacham. A person is an expert on Hilchot Lashon Hara. He's living the Chofetz Chaim rules, how to approach things, and when you are supposed to say, when you're not supposed to say. We wish everybody a wonderful day and a successful day, and nachat from the children, happiness from our kids and from our wives, and the wives to happiness with us. The sure to be to the elevation of all the souls, to nishmat kol neshamot, all the souls who passed away in the Holocaust, and there's nobody to say Kaddish because the whole family has been wiped out, and these neshamot need aliyah in the heavens. This shiur should be to the strengthening of the elevation of the soul, all Klal Yisrael, to bring peace and unity to all Klal Yisrael. Yishar Koach. Thank you for listening to us. Kol Tov.